The France Total Energies and China National Offshore Oil Corporations have sealed a landmark $10 billion deal to develop Uganda's energy resources and build a vast regional oil pipeline, a mega project that has incensed environmental groups.
Other facilities required to support...
In the name of the joint venture partners and in the name of Total Energies, I declare the final investment decision for the Lake Albert development projects in Enga, Kingfisher and Yako.
The oil will be pumped from landlocked Uganda through a 1,443-kilometer heated pipeline set to become the longest of its type when completed through Tanzania to the Indian Ocean port of Tanga.
So therefore, this project, as the people are saying, is a very important one for this region. You hear that in the next few years, Mr. Puyani and the Sinuk people, they are going to put in $10 billion in this effort. This money will boost our economy.
Total Energies, formerly Total, said last year it had taken steps to reduce the project's impact on people and the environment, but conservation groups charge it will be devastating.
And we must adapt to build a responsible future, taking fully into account this climate change phenomenon, which the young generation are asking us to fight against and to take action.
Lake Albert lies atop an estimated 6.5 billion barrels of crude oil, of which about 1.4 billion barrels are currently considered recoverable. Uganda expects to make potential fast oil by 2025.
Ethiopian Airlines is due to resume on Tuesday passenger flights on board Boeing 737 MAX. It's a first since a 2019 crash that killed 157 people. In a statement, the airline said their decision came after intense recertification by regulators in the US, the European Union, China and Ethiopia. Two crashes involving the aircraft triggered its global grounding nearly 3 years ago. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 from Addis Ababa to Nairobi and Lion Air Flight 610 from Jakarta to the Banka Island. Ethiopian Airlines had at that time 4 of the jets in its fleet. The carrier has assured that at least 30 other airlines also operate the Boeing aircraft now and that its pilot, engineers, aircraft technicians and cabin crews were fully prepared. The victims of the Flight 302 hailed from more than 30 countries, with the largest number from Kenya. According to legal documents filed in November in Chicago, Boeing has reached an agreement with the victims' families and accepted responsibility for the tragedy. Confusion reigns in Guinea Bissau. On Tuesday, heavy fire could be heard in the capital and around the government palace. The building was supposed to house a ministerial council headed by President Umaro Sissoco Embalo and his Prime Minister Nuno Gomes Nabiam. The news created panic and schools shut, as well as banks and markets. Reports said many city dwellers were trying to flee amid heavy military presence. The West African group ECOWAS has condemned the coup attempt and demanded the military to regain their barracks. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deep concerns.
Guinea Bissau's President Umaro Sissoco Embalo declared that peace has returned to the country after Tuesday's failed coup attempt. The president took to the social networks to announce that the situation was under control. At the preview of the Council of Ministers, I could never have imagined that the President of the Republic, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, the Prime Minister, and all other members of the government was surprised by gunfire from heavy artillery, machine guns, and AK-47s. The shooting lasted for 5 hours in order to rescue the Supreme Commander. On Tuesday, the government's palace was under attack for several hours while the president and prime minister were inside. The authorities did not provide information about victims or who might be behind the attack. There are dead, but I don't know, because the president was between fire and iron for 5 hours, and I couldn't imagine how many, but there are dead. There are many dead, it's true, on one side and on the other. Guinea Bissau is a coastal state and a former Portuguese colony of around 2 million people lying south of Senegal. It has seen 4 military putches since gaining independence in 1974, most recently in 2012.
Calm seems to be back in the streets of Bissau. I am all well, praise be to God, President Umaro Sissoco Embalo wrote on Tuesday night. He took to Twitter to say the situation was now under control in the West African capital, ending more than 3 hours of uncertainty. During the afternoon, heavily armed men surrounded the government palace, fueling fears of a coup attempt. Indeed, President Embalo and Prime Minister Nuno Gomes Nabiam were believed to have gone to attend a cabinet meeting there. The toll of the exchange of gunfire, recounted in various accounts, isn't known for the moment, but President Umaro Sissoco Embalo mentioned many deaths. Following the news of a potential coup, the Economic Community of West African States issued a statement urging soldiers to return to their barracks and saying they would be held responsible for the well-being of the president and government members. African Union Commission Chief Moussa Faki Mahaman expressed deep concern over the coup attempt. The cabinet announced President Embalo would speak to the nation on Tuesday evening.